Hello, welcome to Tamara's Paper Trail. Today I'm showing you how to make this card. Love this card. It uses the stamp set or the stamp bundle, Sparkle of the Season. It is in our mini catalog, the June to December 2021 mini catalog. I want to say holiday catalog, but they call it the mini catalog. I'm in Canada, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And up here, this bundle is $62. You save 10% when you buy the bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies combined. The stamp set alone is $23. The dies alone are $46. So when you buy them together, you save 10% for $62. Fantastic, versatile bundle because it covers so many different seasons. The dies, we've got the Christmas wreath. We have a fall wreath. And we have a much smaller one that's great for baby cards or congratulations or a celebration. And then there are a lot of extra little pieces that are fantastic. Aside from they cut out many of the stamped images, we also have, a bat, a broom, a pumpkin that just makes for some great little easy embellishments that coordinate with your stamp set. So let's get busy. Now, luckily for you, I've already pre-cut all this stuff. So you don't have to sit here and watch. I'm going to lose this die. Let me pop that back in here. When I have my virtual classes, I prepare everything for you except the stamping. We are not allowed to include stamped images. So I do all the die cutting and I provide everything you need in the envelope. So all the pieces are here and hopefully none have gone astray. So this one, it doesn't show very well on the camera just because the way the lighting is with these colors, it doesn't like to photograph very well. So you'll just have to trust me when I tell you the colors. So first we're going to start off, we've got our standard very vanilla base, which was 8.5 by 5.5, folded in half. Give that a good crisp score and burnish it with your bone folder. Then we've got a piece of Blackberry Bliss that covers, that measures 5 1/4 by 4. And we have another piece of vanilla that is 5 by 3 3/4 that I have run through our time worn embossing folder. And that also is in the holiday mini catalog. It is a great one to have. It just adds a little bit of texture. Nothing too in your face. There are some words in here. And it's a great embossing folder that I highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. I don't love all our embossing folders. Some are better than others. This is one that you'll want and to keep. It's not one that I'm going to sell afterwards. So I'm attaching the two pieces together. You'll notice that I'm using my silicone mat to add my adhesive. This is my new lifesaver. Instead of having to always advance with your finger when you've kind of lost the grip on this. If you just start with your tape slightly off your cardstock onto the silicone mat, it catches every time, and then you just rub off any adhesive that's on the silicone mat. It doesn't stick to the silicone. I've got my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to add dimensionals. I like to use 6 now. I always used 4, and now I'm into 6, and I tend to put them, the other two, kind of here, not in a straight line, but more in here, just to give it more stability. I don't like when the cards sag. I keep them all in boxes, like in old shoe boxes. And I find over time, they just get squished in the middle. And then the whole point of popping them up is kind of lost because they're kind of flattened. So I like to use 6 dimensionals now. So there we go. We've got that right there. Now, let's talk about these dies, or die cuts. So I used, obviously, the same die to cut out each of the colors. This is in our gold metallic 6x6 paper. So we sell it, it's a 2-pack in the main catalog. It's 6x6 gold and rose gold metallic paper. It's hidden. Actually, let me just show it to you because if I can find my catalog, here we go. It's hidden. I don't know why they hid it because it's so beautiful. Okay, and my dog is telling me there's a bad guy. Oh, Coda. Okay, see down in this very corner, it's just hiding way in that little corner. So it's a pack here. You get 4 of each. They're 6x6. They're extremely hard to run through the embossing or the cut and emboss machine because it's such an intricate die. So you're going to want to run it through 1, 2, 3, like just back and forth a few times. And I have not put our adhesive back sheets on the back of these that make them into a sticker. It would be nice, but it just makes it that much thicker. And it is harder to get them through with the intricate dies. I don't like how it cuts. So I came up with a more clever way to attach them that's still easy and mess-free. And I'm just trying to find my tear and tape. So you want to have your tear and tape handy. So I laid down my Blackberry Bliss wreath. Then I'm going to lay down my metallic gold leaf wreath, and then on top of that is my rich raspberry. So I'm staggering the leaves so that you can kind of see the most of them, so that you can see every color kind of to its maximum. Okay, so they're just kind of floating around free. Everybody's just loosey-goosey. Can't have that. Got to grab your tear and tape. Okay, so you're going to tear off a chunk of that. And I'm going to tape it. Now watch what I'm doing here. I'm not going to tape it all the way over here. I'm going to really just attach to the wreath and into the center. Reason being, this tag, I want the tag just to be here. I don't want the tag way over here. I want the tag here, and I don't want this tape to show. So we've got it. Okay, I've got sticky stuff on my desk here. So we've got it sort of tacked down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my glue dots, and I am going to put them under some of the larger leaves and just push them down. So you're still going to secure it. I've got way too much going on here. What's going on? Let's tear this off. Okay. So now you're just going to go in and you're going to put glue dots under some of your larger leaves. And that's all you're going to need. I mean, you don't have to have the whole thing cemented down. It's not like we're going to be braving large windstorms or anything like that. It's a card. It's not going to be manhandled. So you're just going to pop some glue dots under some of the leaves. To secure. I've got, okay, this roll of glue dots is bizarre. It's got half of the dots are on the inside and half of the dots are on the other side. Crazy. All right. I was saying in my other videos that these ones are fairly dry, that I stocked up on them when I was doing in-person classes. And then we stopped doing in-person classes. Thank you, COVID. And now I've got boxes of glue dots, and this one appears to be drying out. They do have a shelf life. They will dry out over time, so don't hoard them. Okay, so there we go. We have a somewhat secure card. Now, I also have some extra pieces. I should have 4, and one seems to have gone maybe under the, I don't know where the 4th one is. There it is. It's just upside down. Okay. So these ones, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm also going to attach these using glue dots. I'm not a fan of liquid glue because, well, I'm a little bit of a hazard. And I tend to over glue, and then I get a big gloopy mess where I don't want it to be. Now, in all my other videos, I say generally we have the rule of 3. When you're decorating a card, your eye likes multiples of 3. And here, I know I've broken the rule because I've got 4 of these leaves. But this rule, it's kind of... This one, it's allowed, I tell myself, because this one's all by itself, and then there's 3. So your eye sees these 3 and it sees the 1. So your eye is seeing an odd number. The eye likes odd numbers. So it sees 3 and it sees 1. It doesn't really see 4. Does that make sense? Anyway, it does in my head, and I liked it with 4. So we have 4. Now, I used a tag from, I don't even remember what it's called, but Tailored Tags, I think maybe? Tailored Tags. If that's right, I'm going to be amazed. It is called Tailor-Made Tags. I was very close indeed. Yes, in Canada, they're $30. They're great dies to have. So this one, I pre-punched it. Now I'm going to stamp my Grateful. I'll just give it a clean because I used it on the last card. And I'm going to stamp that in my Blackberry Bliss ink. Now, because it's such a small stamp, I actually use my ink spot for this. And another reason I like to use the ink spot for my Blackberry Bliss and a few other select colors is because you may have noticed your Blackberry Bliss or your Mary Merlot, maybe your Mossy Meadow, they get really sticky and yucky and gummy and just yuck after a certain amount of time. And mine does that, and it doesn't absorb ink when I re-ink it. Pardon me. So now I use my Stampin' Spots. You can buy these ones uninked, and then you just add re-inker to it. So then you can just add a little bit of the ink refill when you need it, right? And you don't have to deal with that gummy big ink pad. Now, a lot of people actually ask me what I've got going on here. I like to make a little handle for my ink spots because they're a little bit hard to maneuver for some of my customers when I do in-person classes. So I got myself down to my Dollarama, Dollar Store, Dollar Tree, Dollar World, Quid Store, wherever you're watching from, your dollar store. And in the sewing section, they have these adhesive Velcro dots. So I put one on the back of my spot, and these are our finger daubers. You just rip off. If you got an old mangy one, rip off the foam part that you usually are inking with your ink, and you put the other sticky part on there, and then bam, you've got a little handle. So it's just a little bit easier to ink up your stuff. So that's how I'm doing mine. I'm going to stamp right on this. It might be a little bit light. I think I probably should have used some re-inker, but anyway. Oh, that's fine. That'll work. So there you go, like that. And then I'm going to put a dimensional on the one side. I'm out of dimensionals. I have more. I'm going to put one on the end and in the center. And then I'm not going to put it here because it's already kind of bumpy because there's 3 layers of cord here, or of the wreath. So I'm going to take off this sticky part because stickier is better. And I'm just going to stick my tag here. That. Last thing I need is a bow made out of our baker's twine. So I did that ahead as well. And our baker's twine now comes in a 5-pack of various colors. This is the vanilla. And I'm putting the glue dot, which is now on my finger, right there. Made myself a bow. Stick it right on the glue dot. Make it look pretty. And then, oh, I forgot the gold, our metallic gold dots, or what are these? Pearls, metallic gold pearls. They're so small, they don't like to be picked up with the take your pick tool. So I'm just scraping it with my finger, putting those on the card like that. Like that. Can't send out a card without something on the inside and or on the envelope. So I'm going to grab the stamp that looks like this. What are they called? Leaves. Words are hard today. Words are hard. So I'm going to ink that guy up too. Try not to get it all over my fingers. Stamp the inside. Grab my envelope. Same thing. Ink him up. Stamp the envelope. Maybe I'll do a couple more. You can get an ombre effect just by not re-inking and stamping up the envelope. So there you go. It takes a bit more work. There are quite a few pieces. Of course, I prepared mine ahead of time, so it looks a lot faster than it is, but it's worth it if you need to send a really nice gratitude card to somebody you love. That's it for today. If you don't have a Canadian demonstrator, I would love to be that. Words are hard, you guys. You can always visit my website, tamarabertram.stampinup.net, to order anything you like. You can find me on Facebook under Tamara's Paper Trail or Tamara's Paper Trail VIPs. Tamara's Paper Trail is my main group. I don't post my host codes on these videos because they're time sensitive, and by the time you go to order, it might be gone. It might have that party host code might have been closed already. So shoot me a message. I will give you a host code. Anybody who places an online order using that host code gets a thank you card in the mail from me. And I think that's it. If you have any questions on this, don't hesitate to give me a shout. I'm happy to help, fellow stamper, if you're having any troubles. Have yourself a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye.